All right, this week we're making bao buns. It's part of our China unit, or our world cuisine unit, but we talked about China yesterday, but we're gonna make bao buns. It's a good recipe. I like it a lot. The ingredients are in Schoology, so you should have already copied those down before you clicked on this video to write down the steps and watch me do it. So if you haven't done that, do that now. I'm gonna go through the equipment, and then I am going to go through the steps of how to make this recipe. So the first thing that you guys need, we're gonna need several bowls to hold all of our ingredients. You can see over here, my station, I have my mise en place all set up. My bowl's full of everything that I need. I got everything set up. I need a pair of tongs. I need a chef's knife. I need a spoon. A green cutting board. Did I hear green? What do we use green for, everybody? Yes, vegetables. Good job. I need a brown cutting board. I need a half sheet tray that I lined with aluminum foil. I also need a pot, which you can't really see it here, but I'm going to show you. Inside this pot, this big pot, it's got this little steamer basket inside. So we need a small pot with a steamer basket inside. I believe that's all the equipment that we need. So we're just gonna go through how to do everything now. All right, so in a large bowl, I have my 1 pound of chicken pieces. The chicken thighs that I bought, they're kind of just random, so some of them are gonna have the skin on it. We don't want the skin, so we're gonna put some gloves on, and we are going to peel the skin off and throw it away, because we don't need it. I think it's just the one that I have here that has the skin on it. Yeah, we're all good. All right, so onto my chicken. We're going to marinate this. I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of my gochujang, which is a Korean spice paste, if you didn't know. My 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. My 1 tablespoon of rice vinegar. My 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And 1 tablespoon of my chili jam, which is that made poi sauce that we've used before. Now I'm gonna take a glove or a hand, or my hand with a glove on it. And I'm just gonna mix this up, making sure everything is coated in our soy sauce, gochujang, sweet chili sauce, olive oil. I want everything to be completely covered. Just like this. All right, so now I'm gonna set this aside. You guys can wrap it and put it in the reach-in fridge if you want. I'm just gonna put it right here underneath my table, and we'll come back to it later. All right, my small pot, I filled it with 1 inch of water. I put the steamer in, and I have it on medium-high heat. I just have some steam coming out of it to steam. I'm gonna get this animal away. All right, so while we're waiting for our chicken to marinate, I'm going to make the slaw that goes into the bao buns. So the carrots, everything else is pretty much cut up for you, except for the green onions and the carrot. I don't have the green onion because Shamrock didn't deliver it for me. I've complained to you guys before about how much I hate Shamrock. And this is one of those times where I hate Shamrock because they don't give me my stuff that I pay for. I'm gonna take my rage out on this carrot. Not really. We're just gonna thinly slice the carrot, so I squared off the carrot, you can tell here. Instead of it looking cylindrical, it looks like a square. I have these flat sides. I'm just gonna cut really thin slices off of my carrot here. Try to be as even as I can. I'm not being very even right now. That's okay. So I got slices here about a 1/4 inch thick. See here for comparison. And then I'm gonna cut really thin strips out of this carrot using my hand, how I would, and just cut real thin, real close together all the way through the carrot to get really thin strips like I have here. Are you following? We're gonna do this next. We're gonna do take 2. Side works, I'm gonna go over tomorrow when we're actually in lab, because I don't feel like doing it right now. So I'll tell you guys tomorrow when we're actually in the kitchen. If I forget to tell you, please just remind me, so I don't have to yell at you. That's not my fault that I yell at you. Keeping my knuckle as close to the plate as possible and cutting really thin, really close together these strips of carrot. All right. Carrot. I have a bigger bowl here. Into this bowl, I'm going to add my sliced cabbage. It's already chopped up for us, so that's nice. I'm going to add my carrots, and I would also add my green onion into this mixture, but I don't have it right now. Green onion, we're just going to slice on a bias like we've done a lot of times before. But if you have any questions, just ask me tomorrow. My cilantro, I'm fine having the stems in this. So I'm just gonna take my little bunch that I have here and I'm just gonna cut it into half or maybe thirds. And it's gonna go into my bowl here. I don't care about the stems are fine. I'm also going to add my sesame seeds into here. And I'm just going to toss this together with my remaining rice vinegar. I can use my tongs, again, I can use my hands if I want. Also want to add just a sprinkle of salt to taste, just to give it some seasoning. All right, we're just gonna set this aside until we actually build our bao buns. So now my chicken, it's set for a pretty good amount of time. I'm gonna take it from the bowl. I'm gonna place it evenly on my half sheet tray lined with aluminum foil. I don't want them overlapping each other. They probably won't as you put them on here. Now this is going to go into my oven set at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for about 15 to 20 minutes or until it reaches 165 degrees internally. That's what we're going to check out. Again, 15 to 20 minutes is all we're going to be looking for here. All right, while we're waiting for my chicken, I'm going to make a sweet chili aioli, or a chili aioli. You can do whichever one you want. I'm going to do sweet chili jam, and I'm going to add it to my mayonnaise, about a tablespoon of it. You can add the gochujang if you want it spicier. I like mine spicy and sweet, so I'm just going to add about a tablespoon of this into my mayonnaise, and I'm just going to mix it together. And this is going to be kind of a garnish for us when we actually construct our bao buns here. But yeah, you should have this kind of... Oh, almost dropped it on my phone, that'd been crazy. I should have this, you know, pale red oranges paste that'll come out if I do the sweet chili jam or the gochujang. It'll look pretty much the same, it doesn't matter. Alright, so I have about 5 minutes left on my chicken. I just checked on it. And we're at this point with 5 minutes left. I'm going to take my bao buns here and I'm going to steam them in my pot here for about 2-3 minutes or until they've kind of softened. So I'm just going to place them right here into my steamer basket. Tricky, we gotta finagle them in there somehow. I'm gonna know that these are done when they kind of freely open up. You'll see kind of a slit that's in the bun. When it freely opens up for us, that means they are completely done. So I'm just gonna keep an eye on these in the next 2 to 3 minutes. All right, so here's my chicken, came out of the oven. It's, I don't know how to properly show you guys this, but the sauce is cooked. It is 165 internally. I'm gonna let it rest for about 5 minutes before I do anything with it. All right, so I let my chicken cool off a little bit. I'm just going to take it and I'm going to slice it into thin strips here on my brown cutting board. I'm gonna do this to every single chicken thigh that I have here. I'm also gonna make sure I am periodically checking on my buns, make sure I don't over steam them. Almost there. Oh yeah. That's pretty yummy. I ain't even gonna lie to you guys. I think I'm a professional cook. What can I say? Sorry you guys can't taste this right now. You just have to watch it through the screen, you losers. Losers. Ooh, hot. Alright, so there's all of our chicken all cut up. About now, our buns should be finished steaming. So I'm going to go ahead and pull these out of the steamer. They should be nice and pillowy and soft. Try not to burn yourself. I might. Alright, so now we can actually get to constructing our buns here. Buns. Miss Hicks is shaking her head at me because I said buns. That's alright. Buns is funny. So I'm going to take one of these guys right here. We can kind of see the slit that's in it. And I'm just going to very gently open it up with just my thumb here. I don't want to tear it open because we want that back part to stay intact right here. So now I'm going to take this, my aioli that I made, or my sweet chili mayonnaise, aioli if you want to be fancy. And I'm just going to spread it right here on the bottom. Not too much, just a little bit to add a little bit of flavor to our buns here. And then I'm going to take some of my slaw and I'm going to place it again into the mouth of my bao bun here. And I'll take a few pieces of my sliced chicken and just place it on inside our bun. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and make the rest of these and then I'll show you guys everything done. Alright, so here's our finished product of the bao buns. I just added a little garnish on top with the extra gochujang sauce that I had. But this is a pretty easy recipe, you guys. As long as you follow directions, you should be able to do it just fine. One thing that I did forget to mention, I need you guys to establish roles, hasip, and all that stuff. Don't worry about side work. We'll give you that tomorrow, but I need roles and hasip done before you walk into the kitchen tomorrow. But that's it. Thanks.